What happened in 1947 and 48? I was a little skinny preacher, 25 years old in Los Angeles, and a newspaper reporter, or excuse me, he was the owner of the newspaper. Mr. Hearst was sitting on the back row of a tent, looking at this 25-year-old skinny guy screaming in the tent. And the guy on the back, whose name was Hearst, said, I'm going to write about him Sunday. And he wrote about Billy Graham, and the rest is history. That's when Dr. Oral Roberts and the Ministry of Healing and Jack Cole and the great supernatural evangelism broke out in 47 and 48. What happened in 1967, 50 years later? The charismatic movement exploded, and we have never been the same. I remember the Catholic priest at Notre Dame coming to my church in 1967, and I sat on the front row. We all thought Jesus was going to come back in the 6 days that Israel took Jerusalem back. So I remember well when the Catholic priest came and acknowledged he spoke in tongues at Notre Dame. The Spirit of God fell everywhere, and the charismatic was movement. The vineyard was born, and Calvary Hill or Chapel, I believe, it was born. What's the name, Paul? The leader, the Chuck Smith and Vineyard. And John Wimber, and the explosion of the hippie movement, and people exploded. And what happened in 1967 when Israel took back the old city, and what happened in 1947 and 48, and what happened in 1917, and now it's 2017, 50 years later, you listen to me, something is about to happen this year.